Sarah McBride doesn't get a say. I mean, this is a biological man. He does not belong in women's spaces, women's bathrooms, locker rooms, changing rooms, period, full stop.
Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace introducing a resolution to ban transgender women from using the women's restrooms at the U.S. Capitol. The move comes just weeks after the first transgender person was elected to Congress. Democratic Congresswoman-elect Sarah McBride will be sworn in January. She responded in a post on social media. She writes this, quote, "This is a blatant attempt from far right-wing extremists to distract from the fact that they have no real solutions to what Americans are facing. We should be..."
Well, this is something that Americans are facing. Nancy Mace is an American. A lot of the women who have a problem with this are Americans. They're facing this. Your candidate ran on women's rights. Women are saying they are uncomfortable with this, and they don't want this. American women.
Be focused on bringing down the cost of housing, healthcare, and childcare, not manufacturing culture wars. Delawarean sent me here.
Well, Trump has he's appointed 13 people. He's created 2 new positions, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, and the border czar. He's not president yet, but he's made so many moves. He's declared that day one mass deportations. What are you talking about? He should be worried. Republicans should be worried about other stuff. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. So basically, Sarah McBride, a trans woman, is saying, worry about something bigger. This is nothing to worry about. Don't worry about this. Yes, American women are complaining about this, but worry about something else. Wow.
To make the American dream more affordable and accessible, and that's what I'm focused on. Some of McBride's soon-to-be Democratic colleagues defended the incoming lawmaker. Congressman Joe Morrell telling Axios, quote, "I think we have a lot of problems in America. I don't think spending time worrying about the restroom is an order of priority here." Congresswoman Alexandria.
Well, that's because nobody's threatening your restroom, Joe Morrell. How could Joe Morrell say that? It's tell women who are complaining about an issue, nah, that's no big deal. We got bigger things to worry about. When the incoming president was worried about it, y'all attacked him. Y'all been attacking him for 2 weeks about him worrying about everything else. Now, Republicans are worried about this, and you're attacking him about being worried about this. So if Republicans go back to worry about other things, you're going to attack them about that. No matter what Republicans are worried about, you're going to attack them about it.
Ocasio-Cortez called the move plain bullying, while Congresswoman Becca Balint said cruelty is the point. Our panel.
So they're using these are hardliners. This is what Republicans don't get, because Republicans are horrible at this game, the game of politics. Republicans are dreadful. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, like Donald Trump is the only thing that's kept it from 20 straight years of Democrats, the force of his character. But overall, Republicans are dreadfully awful at the game of politics. These are hardliners. Where are the Republican hardliners? We got Nancy Mace. Where are the Republican hardliners? Where are they to combat this hard line being taken on the trans issue by Democrats?
Is back. Kristen Soltis Anderson, trans issues became such a flashpoint in this election, in no small part because of that one ad that the Trump team put a lot of money behind that really broke through. The flip side.
It wasn't the one ad. That one ad wouldn't have broke through unless there was an undercurrent, unless there was a zeitgeist against the trans, overly woke, the trans stuff being rammed down people's throats. Ma'am, that people didn't see that commercial, that campaign ad from Trump and be like, oh, wow, that's interesting, trans stuff. Oh, you know what? I never thought of it before. No, it's been on everybody's mind for a long time, and that just gave people license to speak about it. You moron.
Of talking about this is that usually these measures impact a very small number of people, whether it's transgender.
Well, what about the women? Like, if I'm like, for instance, say me, I'm 6'3", the high 200s, got a 7-foot wingspan, right? Where are you going with this? But 7-foot wingspan, right? Give me 6 months, I will be one of the best players in the WNBA, and that wouldn't just affect me. That would affect all the girls in the WNBA. If I went to college, if I was given more my 4 years of eligibility because I didn't play in college, I would affect all those 350 teams in Division One. All those women on each team, the 15 girls on each team. What do you mean it's only affecting a few people? It's affecting everybody.
Gender women and transgender girls in women's sports, or a situation like this where there is one member of Congress who is clearly being targeted by this bill. Clearly, Nancy Mace is going to get some attention for doing this.
So now she's trying to get attention. What if we said that about you with your abortion when you guys were talking about abortion? What if we just framed it as you're just trying to get attention? What if we framed that as whoever, what so-and-so congresswoman that's talking about abortion, she's just trying to get attention. Every woman's not having an abortion. It's only affecting a few women. 90% of women won't get an abortion. So it's not affecting everybody. Shut up about it. Worry about the price of tea in China. And whoever's talking about it, whoever's making it a big deal, they're just trying to get attention. What if we took that stance on that?
When you look at this back and forth, how do you see this cutting?
Well, first, I think it's important to unpack why that ad was one that Republicans ran so often and ultimately felt was a successful ad in the campaign. And I think it comes down to the very end of the ad, where it sets up this dynamic of Democrats are for this small group that you're not a part of. Donald Trump's for you. And so when
ma'am, you're a moron. That had nothing to do with it. What was about the ad was the beginning, where she was talking about gender assignment surgeries, gender care for inmates, illegal immigrants in prison. But she has to say it was about the end because they can't touch these. They're still tied to the trans wing of the party. There's so many third rails around this trans thing. As a Democrat or as a liberal, you can't risk saying the wrong thing. They're still prisoners to the verbiage, the language of the trans movement. They're still prisoners of it. So they're opting to not touch it, to not even speak up, not even legitimize it. So they're delegitimizing any complaints about it so they don't have to speak about it, because inevitably the more they speak about it, there's so many buzzwords, there's so many things you can't say, so many things that if you say this way and you say it that way, they know there's so many third rails, just language wise, around speaking about trans that will get you canceled on the left, that they've opted to just say, let's worry about something else. Who cares about that? That's the small issue. Why are they trying to talk about this? It means nothing. It only affects one or two. There's only how many trans people you see every day. It doesn't affect anybody. They're trying to do that, and she's doing the same thing with talking about the ad. It was the last line of the ad was the most noble. During that ad, Kamala appeared 4 times in 4 different pictures with trans men. Okay, that ad was not effective because of the last line, ma'am. And I feel you because you have to. If you say the wrong thing, you're done.
And the debate is what should be prioritized? Should you be prioritized? I mean, that's an argument that Republicans found worked with a lot of voters. It is also true that over the last, say, 6-7 years, we have seen public opinion shift in a pretty significant way against considering gender identity ahead of biological sex. I mean, particularly among Republicans, it's something like 9 out of 10 believe that biological sex should be considered first. So that's part of why Nancy Mace is doing this. No, she's run afoul of Republicans in the past for anti-Trump.
So it has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't want a man. She and her constituents don't want men in the bathroom. That's not why they're doing this. She's doing this for attention, and she's doing it because some other reason other than the fact that, okay, I got you. Let's get to the main event, man.
This video goes out to Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I hope that one day I do find you in that women's bathroom and I grab your ratty looking fucking hair.
Whoa, whoa. Ma'am. Hey, lady. Let me see. Trans community, that y'all need some outside voices, man, to help y'all movement. Hire me, man. Give me $8 gazillion and I'll be your PR person, man. I'll help you guys navigate this, cruel transphobic world, because you're making right now, you're making a 2026 campaign ad for every Republican senator and congressman. Okay? You're making a 2028 campaign ad for every Republican candidate for president. Okay? Are you serious? Are you really doing this? Is this what you're really doing?
This video goes out to Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman Nancy Mace, I hope that one day I do find you in that women's bathroom and I grab your ratty looking fucking hair and drag your face down to the floor while I repeatedly bash it in until the blood's everywhere. And
okay, so if we don't hear people speaking out against this, listen, Republicans are dreadful at this game, but there needs to be a mass call from every Republican to demand that Democrats speak out against this. We know they're not because they can't, but every Republican, every conservative pundit has to demand that the Democrat leaders speak out against this violence. Everyone has to share this video, because now anybody who sees this, if I was some chick and I was super woke and I was like, yeah, I mean, what's the problem? I mean, who cares? I mean, love and love. And then I hear this, I'm like, oh my God. And I know men's strength. Like, every chick knows a man's strength. Every chick knows a man's strength. Okay? Every chick, that's one of the things they prize in men. Hey, one of the things women prize in men and they value in men is their strength. Yeah. In fact, many women won't date men that are smaller than them. They prefer men that are much larger and taller than them. Yeah, and when a couple's lying in the bed at night in the bedroom and they hear a thump downstairs, guess who goes and checks things out? The guy. You know why? Because he's bigger and stronger. So this right here, this set the trans movement back probably 100 years. If Republicans, but they're so bad. Republicans are so bad at politics, other than Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is different, but the Republican diaspora is just dreadful at this game. They probably won't even be able to do nothing with this. It's like a golden goose. This is like a lottery ticket. They're going to lose it on the way to the store. Yikes.
Ratty looking fucking hair and drag your face down to the floor while I repeatedly bash it in until the blood's everywhere and you're dead. Thank you. I hope that Nancy Mace receives this message well. Kisses. This video goes out to Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
And the thing about this guy, he's somebody in that space, right? So it's not like something where you could say, oh, that's somebody pretending to be a trans person that's just trying to stir up trouble. Well, that's a troll. No, this guy is somebody in that space. He's like a known entity in that trans space. So this is literally a actual representative for the trans community. This isn't like somebody trolling. This is a real one. Wow. Yikes. If y'all would have given me $8 gazillion and hired me as y'all PR, I would have told you, listen, don't ever do anything like this. Never. Don't do this. No. I don't care what you think, how angry you are, how emotional you are, how triggered you are. Don't ever do this. And I would say don't ever do it again, but you've already done it. Like this. If Republicans play this right, they can win the next 2 elections off of this. Because now Democrats and liberals are boxed into a corner where they have to defend this, or at least ignore it, and policy-wise fight for this. If the Republicans frame it right, that this is what's coming into the bathroom, because this is what's coming into the bathroom. Like if Sarah McBride uses the bathroom, this guy gets to use it too. And what if there's a dust up in the bathroom? What if there's one stall and both women go to the stall and he's like, this is my stall, B. And the chick's like, it's my stall. I was waiting first. You really want this? I mean, I don't know, man. Get in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Peace. I'm out of here.